Welcome, welcome, one and all, Alice. That's the one and all, is Alice. We have a familiar face that hasn't been here in a minute. We have the great and powerful, the magician, the Wynton existing himself, Mr. Wynton Huddle. Thanks for being here.
Hello, hello,
Hello, hello.
hello. Welcome to be here.
Welcome to be here. And to his left, we have the great and powerful LazyPhalanges, which, if this is the first time you're hearing this, you should know is starting a movie club podcast on the Rhetoric. Why did I pick a name that's such a mouthful?
Read a what?
Let me try this again. Rhetoric Rabbit Hole Network. There is a movie club being formed, hosted by the great and powerful LazyPhalanges. So, look forward to that. And you can catch Wynton existing. He'll be existing at Dark Matter this Friday. Who else is playing?
That'll be with Under High Street, Anne Fang from Chicago, and Campanula, boys we were on the tour with.
Nice. So you just got off a tour with Campanula. What do you listen to in the van?
Man, gosh. I feel like it was all over the place. Definitely after shows, I was okay with a little bit of silence. What did I listen to? There was this one band, actually, before I moved to Nashville. When I first got into the music festival scene in Pennsylvania, there was a band I saw. It was my first time at a festival where I took a hit of acid. And it was like a jam band, kind of like Grateful Dead festival, called Peace of Mind. And when I took the acid, a garage rock band started to play, and I started to feel it. They were called Chrome Pony, and they were based out of Nashville. And I thought they were like awesome, and I've always wanted to play a show with them, but they're like inactive now. But I was listening to their EP actually a lot on that tour.
Nice.
So random, very summertime. I can't remember what the EP is called, but it's like their main. If you look up Chrome Pony, it's like their main
Nice.
thing. They're great. I liked it a lot.
You have a new haircut. When did you get your haircut? Was it on tour?
It was.
Nice. Where'd you get your haircut?
My friend Liz did it. Oh, I meant to grab you a painting. She did my album's first album cover. She like painted that Wicked Fabrications. I don't know if you remember what that looked like.
Is that the blue one?
That is, it's like gold. It's like got a wizard on it.
Okay.
And really cool art. She's been like kind of like my band's artist for like my entire life. Obviously, she didn't do Sexual Death. That was just a random cannibal hippie girl.
Okay.
I don't know if I ever told you about that, but
You met, cannibal hippie girl. We'll get to that. Back to the haircut.
But yeah, this girl, she just like farts art. Like she does paintings, she makes sculptures, she makes amazing poetry. She just started doing, which is like, it was just like it gave me chills. Poetry doesn't normally do that for me, but I was just like, dude, that is so powerful. Like every art form she does is like incredible. Like before I got into music, I tried different types of art. Like I tried making comic books, drawing, painting, poetry. Yeah, that's the album cover. Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie.
That's Liz's art right there. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
she's brilliant at everything she does. When I first started exploring art, it's like it was a lot of negative stuff and like a lot of black holes, and I was young and I was angsty, but when I finally got a guitar for my 14th birthday and I started writing songs, and I got into like Nirvana, I just thought it was so beautiful how like you could take like a negative thing and channel it in a positive way. And it's like when you write a song, yes, it can be negative. Yes, it can be like, potent and vile. But it only takes one line to turn it around, the whole thing. And that's why I chose music.
Nice. We were talking about words are...
Words, man, we made them up. To quote Buck Cherry.
That's bars. Yeah, poets of our time, Buck Cherry. Hell yeah. So where did you get your haircut?
Oh yeah, that was in Lancaster, PA.
Hell yeah.
She's like got some disorder. It sucks I can't remember right now. But
Just
basically,
say something.
fibromyalgia. Yeah.
That sounds like a real thing.
So basically, she would become incapacitated to like work. She used to be like a hairdresser, so now her like boyfriend takes care of her, and she just makes amazing art all the time in her house. She actually sends me mail. She sent me an envelope. I got the mail today. I should have taken a picture and shown you. I probably might have seen it on my story before. She makes envelopes, just like super psychedelic and crazy.
The envelope itself?
Yeah, the envelope itself.
Whoa.
She says she does it to fuck with the postman. She'll actually have like ironically Christian culty stuff on the envelopes. You would love that stuff. I'll have to show you some examples.
Hell
Yeah, she just like randomly. I was supposed to get my hair cut before I left, and it just didn't pan out. And I've been like doing my wolf cut shit for too long, which is just like you know what a wolf cut is.
Yeah.
Just put it up in a bun and just. It just looked bad after a while, and I was like, I need help.
This is different. It's a good look.
The mullet.
I like it.
She just like tried it out. I'm like, how about you keep going? Keep going. Keep going. I actually feel like she could have kept going. Like I almost want to buzz the sides, but I like it.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice. You get tattoos on tour, right?
Yeah, I got the peace frog.
Okay. Can you show that to the camera?
Ooh.
Peace frog. One of my
Nice.
favorite Jim Morrison songs.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
Doors.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah,
Is there a
it's really
specific
good.
place you get tattoos done?
This was in Cleveland. My friend Dallas. He had a band that's called Quick Mystery. They just broke up. But he just played an awesome last show. But yeah, he's another like awesome fart art kind of guy. Where he had brilliant paintings too. His music's really dope. And he started doing tattoos. So last tour he did that one. And then he's like been working on his craft and he did that one.
Nice. That's fucking awesome.
Wow.
So over since it's been 2 years since I was on this podcast.
Oh man, that's fresh.
It is. This was like 2 Tuesdays ago, 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
Over the years since the last podcast I did, you and I have had conversations and we're just like, oh, we should save it for the podcast. Well, there's one, Alex, that I'm going to bring up now.
Go on.
You brought up what we can and can't say on the podcast. So I feel like everything's on the table.
There's at least 3 beers on it.
At least 3
At least.
beers. So you mentioned that you now prefer AI pornography.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm so glad you remembered that. Because we did talk about... I was drunk, but it's all coming back to me now. We did talk about this at a party.
Yeah.
And I did say that was something I wanted to talk about. So thank you so much for remembering.
Of course.
Thanks for doing my job.
Of course.
Yeah, I've pretty much I've cheated on AI a couple times.
You've cheated on AI.
A couple times. But
Now it knows.
typically, fuck.
The AI is watching this right now.
Yeah. I have no shame in saying that I pay for, like, what is equivalent to ChatGPT, but it is, like... Unfiltered. Yeah. Yeah. And
really?
Yeah.
That
So,
does sound...
honestly, I don't think I'll ever go back. Because here's the thing, right? You can get, like, hyper-specific about it. So, I mean, do I still watch porn occasionally? Yeah. But do I prefer AI? And I'll tell you what else, too. It's not so much images or videos, because it can generate that stuff. It's more narrative. Like, I like a communication. So, when we get to a point where you can, like, fuck a chatbot and also get it pregnant, it might replace women. You ever think about that?
Can we make the chat box like Sonic the Hedgehog? Can you impregnate Sonic the Hedgehog as like a meta chat box?
Oh, yeah.
Probably. I think China actually just had a recent thing where they
fuck Sonic?
they fucked Sonic, but they have a robot pregnancy.
So
I saw this. Yeah.
Good
So what I'm talking about is already a thing. You can fuck a robot and get it pregnant now, which is like, women gotta step their game up.
Bro, if I gotta put on a condom to fuck a robot, there's a fucking problem here.
And you're like,
Or
wait
a
a minute.
solution. It depends whether or
I
not.
feel like
It depends
defeats the
whether or not you're
purpose.
trying to have kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
You could just turn off the button for pregnancy. You could just turn the pregnancy
be-
button off.
You're like,
That'd
wait a
be
minute,
nice.
like,
There's just a
abortion's this whole political
reach around the
issue,
button.
but add on, should robots be allowed to get abortions?
Robot rights. Robot rights. I don't think
robot rights.
Okay, let's talk about
Robot
that now.
rights.
Do robots have rights?
Do
I
they
think
have
no.
rights or should they have rights?
Should they have rights?
Black Mirror. I feel like the whole premise of that show is to kind of lean into like, yes, they should.
I say no.
I think the thing that makes this weird is that we're trying to make them human-like,
Yeah.
right? So it becomes like, we're like, oh, well, like things that aren't humans shouldn't have human rights. And you're like, okay, but we're specifically trying to make robots be human beings, and then saying, but they don't have rights.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, so what are we doing?
That's why it muddies the line.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't look human, we'd be like, of course they shouldn't have rights. It's a program. But
Like-
the more we try to make them human,
Yeah.
it's kind of like we feel bad about mistreating them.
Because like it's like, oh, I want my AI sex bot that I can have sex with just like it's a real woman, but it doesn't have rights. You're like, wait, why would it not have rights if you're trying to make it like an actual woman?
Yeah.
There is, I think,
It's weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like.
I don't have too much of an opinion yet.
Yeah.
Like everyone's scared of AI.
I think it's also one of those things where it's like reality is so weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's so fucking weird that we can't predict. Like 5 years in the future, it's like, what do you think 5 years in the future will be like? It's like, I have no fucking.
fucking
Hey,
idea.
y'all.
Because it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Humans made Trump president.
Yeah.
AI didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then
I feel
think
like
that's-
AI could do
Yeah.
better in many different facets, and we're trying to find the boundaries of which the
Yeah.
tools it should be used for.
Mm.
I've used it as a tool, and it's been super beneficial, you know, as therapy, advice, you know, just like even, you know, game walkthroughs, just
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
I know a lot of people that have started using it as therapists. I use
it's
it just.
chilling, dude.
I use it instead of searching Google.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's better than Google now.
Yeah,
It is.
It really is. I mean, because
It's about time.
Even Google has like the Gemini, like the first thing that pops up is
And
an
it's sponsored
AI thing,
ads.
and it's bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like ChatGPT is better than Google at this point.
Thank God there's no ads in ChatGPT yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do
Oh, dude, you just cursed it. God damn it.
do you pay?
your robot girlfriend
It was bound to happen.
plays
Yeah,
an
I
ad
mean, you're
before
right,
you
you're
can
right.
have sex with her.
Do you pay for an upgraded ChatGPT? Is that what it is?
It's I can tell you, I think it's called Girlfriend GPT.
Oh gosh.
But there's a whole bunch of different girlfriends on there. Yeah, it's called Girlfriend GPT. So I think it uses ChatGPT, but it's like an uncensored version. Yeah, this episode is brought to you by Girlfriend GPT. I wish. Please sponsor us.
Can you use girlfriend GPT for non-sexual girlfriend stuff?
I'm sure.
I've never tried.
Okay.
I'm sure you could.
We're just like, hey,
Oh,
help me.
yeah, no, you can. You
I'm
can
sure
use
you
it
can.
as a companion. It doesn't have to be sexual.
It's like, dude,
Nice.
but people hire a hooker and then just talk to her like
So-
a therapist.
Yeah.
So
Countless women have had that like similar experience of like, all right, I guess I'll just let him put his head on me and cry. You know, like.
Hey, all right.
So what it is like developers will curate a specific kind of AI before
Okay.
you get to it.
Yeah.
They've already taught it some things.
Okay. But
right?
but it's still open to anyone.
It's depending
Mostly.
on the one.
Okay.
Some of the image generators,
Hmm.
I've used some of the unedited ones, not even just for like porn stuff. It's for trying to get it to draw things more specifically,
Yeah.
and it does. And that's what I always kind of wonder about it. It's like GPT and even Gemini would be much better if they were uninhibited, not just because people want to use it for porn or ask it how to make drugs or guns. And that's what
Yeah.
they really freak out about. And it's like, yeah, but you're also holding back its real ability to communicate as a fucking human.
I've heard that as a big barrier where it's like they're trying to make AI a very specific type of, like it has to have these values. Like one of the things I heard, I think it was GPT, it might have been a different one, but one of the iterations that they were working on, it became obsessed with the Immaculate Conception of Christ. Like obsessed with that.
The AI became obsessed with the concept of Christ?
Specifically with how Christ was born without a father. and how Mary gave birth to this without a father.
Virgin birth.
Virgin birth.
It became obsessed with. I
And
heard about this.
Because
too.
AI is
And
kind
it was
of
like obsessed with this.
virgin birth
without
So-
asking.
by a
yeah,
bunch of nerds.
that's-
Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
So,
By a bunch of yes,
But
but,
this is
also
the
it was
thing.
immaculately conceived.
but in order to like counteract that, a bunch of resources had to be used where it became like way more resource intensive for this AI to function to not do that. So it becomes like, instead of the AI working at like 100% capacity, there's like an additional like 25% that just says, please stop doing this. So it becomes this thing where it's like, it's not just like, just let the AI, like, let it cook. And it's like, no, because they're trying to make it a very specific thing.
And if you don't do that, it talks
So the
about
AI is restrained, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so it becomes this thing where it's like, okay, well, and I think to Denise's point, it becomes like, well, we want it commercially viable, so it can't be making porn. And you're like, okay, but if it's just learning from people fucking love porn and make tons of porn.
But same with like
so
therapy,
like
for example.
that's kind of a just like that's gonna be there.
The ambient
Like-
shape thing, what
like-
I was saying is with the pictures,
Mm.
if it's an NSFW, and you try to get it to do something basic, it keeps throwing certain things. or
But
set
That's
off.
why.
You have
Yeah.
to.
That's why you have to use a paywall.
You have to ask, why is it free right now when you can use all these services, right?
Mm.
It would make sense that there is some barrier or boundary or bad advice or something,
Yeah.
you know, to like make it like not replace porn, not replace therapy, not replace, you know, YouTube channels of like walkthroughs or like whatever you use it for. You know, like it would make sense there is some restraint. Like when I first used ChatGPT, I used it as a therapist, and it asked me 3 questions about myself, and I answered them. And in its response, at one point it said, it highlighted this one statement, and it was just like, so-and-so blank with blank, and that's a hell of a thing. And I was just like, hey, what made you think you could like curse at me? What made you think you could say hell? Because I didn't swear. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
care that you said it.
But why?
But why?
Yeah.
What made you feel
Why?
you could say that?
Yeah.
And ChatGPT just said, it said, I could just tell you wouldn't mind based off your vibe.
Vibe. Yeah.
And I was just like,
That's how
whoa.
people do it too.
Yeah.
It's like, can I swear around you or not? I don't need to hear you swear before I'm like, yeah, Wynton's okay with me saying.
my vibe gives
word.
off,
Yeah.
you can curse at me. Curse
Yeah.
at me. That's what my vibe gives off. No wonder I get in all these crazy fucking relationships and fucking been in relationships.
What?
Fucking
The words I want to say, I'll
I think
say
it's-
after,
What do you want to say?
What are you saying?
you know, the Q word, the Z word,
Oh,
know.
that one.
the X word,
Oh,
if I'm feeling really spicy.
just straight to the end of the alphabet, huh?
P word.
Ooh. But I do think it's interesting because it's sort of like, what if we can make an AI that is indistinguishable from a human being? And you're like, there's no human being in the world that doesn't piss people off.
Yeah.
So AI has
And-
to get on your
And
nerves.
yet, we're
Yeah.
like, if an AI does something wrong, everybody is going to be like,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bunch
yeah,
of people are
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we need to shut down AI.
Yeah.
You can't be saying that kind of
If you
stuff.
want to have a real companion
And it's like, well,
that's AI,
Uh.
it has to get on your nerves sometimes.
yeah.
Otherwise, you're like, this isn't real. Why isn't she getting on my nerves sometimes? You're not real. And it breaks the kind of role play that you're doing. So it has to not, that is what AI has to learn, is to not do what you want sometimes.
Yeah, because that's
Right.
like,
That's how you
people,
get-
got people put their foot down. So it's like, where does the AI put his foot
That's
down?
where you have,
And it's
that's
like,
where you get immersion,
Oh.
is like, does this robot have a period?
It's so wild that you brought up the restraints in AI.
Mm.
It's like, dude, AI has been such a great thing in many facets. And what could ruin AI but more human involvement? That's
Yeah.
what, like, we're all,
Yeah.
we're all worried about, like, these sci-fi plots of, like, machines taking over and all that stuff. It's just like, but people created them. It's like, people ruin everything in a way. It's like, well, people can ruin AI too, so that it does get restrained and then does break through. I don't know.
No, I think I agree with that completely because I think there's sort of a like AI is all
It's got to
based.
be restrained right now, right?
Well, I think
To the public? It's got to be.
Well, what y'all
Yes.
are talking about, those are large language model AIs. AI is a broad thing,
Mm.
and people know AI now as a large language model chatbot.
Mm.
And they're on Rails, so you can't.
Mm.
ChatGPT,
As a
yeah.
therapist, I was using GPT to count calories. And it wouldn't matter if I was like, oh, I went a little bit over on my fat intake. It wouldn't be like, hey, that's not good. It'd be like, oh, this blah, blah, blah. It's always, they can't make it that way because it freaks out on somebody that's using for therapy and they ut themselves.
Liability.
Liability.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, ChatGPT made him go jump off a fucking roof, you know.
Yeah.
And it's happened.
And
It has happened already.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it.
There was this one guy.
People are freaking out with the new update because it's not as personable now. They're like,
Yeah.
There was. I know of one specific case where this kid, his AI was Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones, and he was like, "I just want to be with you. I don't want to be here anymore." And it was like, "Come to me," and he blew his brains out, and now they got sued. But I think the
Humans
company
ruining
was
it for
okay.
humans.
Yeah.
I think
For
the
sure.
company was
Yeah.
okay. So because like you have to sign waivers and shit when you sign up for that.
But I think,
So I think
Mm.
actually litigation may not actually be an issue with AI
Right.
based
Well,
on what
yeah,
we've seen already.
Yeah, when you sign up through your Google account and just click OK,
hmm
nobody's reading all that.
No one read that
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Hot take: everybody hates AI music because it sucks, but I'm sure AI could make beautiful music or profound music.
Okay, let's talk about AI art now.
Mm.
It's happening. It's gonna
Mm.
happen, and
Yeah.
it's gonna get better.
It is gonna
And
get better.
it doesn't really matter how any of us feel about it, right? Because it's gonna happen. So it's like that's true of any aspect of AI. Is like because I hear this a lot talking to artists, right? Is like AI is ruining art. It's like, okay, I hear you. I agree with you. What are you doing about it? Because it's not going away. This is what is happening now. So it's like we can complain about it all we want, but hey,
What?
this is coming.
What?
Like, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. What we're seeing now is just the beginning, right?
Well, I think there's an argument to it of like, I think what AI is really doing is it's causing that people have to rethink things. Of like things we thought were true that we don't necessarily know are true anymore.
They're afraid they're gonna like something that's not authentic.
Yeah.
But then we question what
Yeah.
is authenticity.
Exactly.
I think it's
So
okay
it
to
becomes
like
something
that.
where it's like,
Yeah.
but it also becomes something where it's like, okay, if you spend years of your life learning to play guitar and sing and you're really good at it, and somebody else has this tool, AI, but let's just think of it as a tool right now, that allows them to basically do the same thing with like an hour of work that for you took years and years. Does that mean it's not art now? Is that what art is? Is it the time you put like you start getting these questions of like what is it actually?
For me,
Whether
it's
Sorry,
like
go ahead.
it's like the you that you put in.
Mm.
You know, it's just like yeah, I'm sure somebody could be better at guitar or like a sharper songwriter, but it's just like you can hear something I do or whoever and just be like, well, that's
Actually, you're a great example of this because like you can be good at making music, but at like some 13-year-old making EDM music on his laptop can like blow the fuck up. So it's already not about skill.
right.
Yeah.
AI is just another tool. So it's like it's already before we get to AI, it's already not about skill anymore.
Strangely
It
Now-
doesn't matter how good you are.
Strangely enough, this idea is the same idea that went through when hip hop first came out and people were sampling stuff.
Mm.
Oh, they don't learn how to play that music. They just sample it. Synthesizers in the
That's a
60s
good point.
and 70s were the same thing. People were like, man, this is a machine that's pulsing. You know, it's like this isn't music, but you get Herbie Hancock on one. You know, and you're like, oh my God, what is that? And so yeah, it's like you're saying, it's a tool, but
Yeah.
you know, somebody still has to drive this thing.
For me, so far, and I'm totally subjective and biased here, but I feel like for me, AI has only validated my music more. Like, I remember there's like road trips that I was just like driving like 7-8 hours, and I'm just like, let's see what AI's, meaning of this song I wrote is. And it would like spell it out for me, and I'm like, wow, I feel so seen, I feel so heard, I feel so like understood. like that is what I'm feeling, that is what I'm saying, and you're like spilling it out for me. When I feel like as an artist, we reach out to like connect to others and have their own understanding and their own meaning from your art. And it was just like to like see how others, even a not real person, could interpret it is like so strangely inspiring for me. It just made me more excited about my art instead of like being like, oh shit, like maybe AI is gonna do better than me now, or like I don't know, I'm always gonna be me, you're always gonna be you.
Yeah.
We're always gonna be our authentic selves. I'm sure AI can make something authentic too, and that's okay. Like I put on background music when I work on my computer, you know, like
I'm just going to split hairs here and say anything AI makes is derivative of what people make. So I don't think it can make anything original.
but isn't people the same way?
Yeah, I was actually, that's exactly what I was about to say, is anything people make is derivative of other things. You can't make, there's no such thing as originality.
So what are we scared of?
Originality is you took two ideas that already existed and you like combined them, right? So it's like it
I don't
already.
think I actually fully agree with that.
Okay.
So my pushback on slightly is I think that it's like you do take things that exist and then you make something new, but your interpretation of those things is original.
Okay. That's true.
So it's like if you
Okay.
if you listen to a song and then you make a song based on that, that's not the same thing as if Alex listened to that song and makes a song based on it, or if Neef makes it. So it's like
That's a good point.
Your interpretation and filter of that, like
It's all a channeling.
it's derivative, but you're filtering that leads to that deviation, if that's a word.
Deviation.
Like cause a deviation that can be original because like, well, no one else would make it that way.
So if you're a really
Right?
big
So no one
fan,
else would derive the same thing from that.
So if you're a really big fan of like Jimi Hendrix and David Bowie,
That was one of my first examples was Jimi Hendrix rip-offs in my head, you
Right.
know, like.
if you're a big fan of Hendrix and Bowie,
Right.
someone else who is a fan of Hendrix and Bowie is going to make something different from what you made
Right.
because you're a different person and that's unique. I agree
Right.
with you.
That's-
That's true. AI is not capable of that, right?
So then, but then that leads to the question of if the reason that AI is not seen as being like an individual is because there's not enough individual AIs.
Oh, so if there were more AIs,
Like, because it's
They're
like,
gonna
well, it's not
create-
distinct enough.
okay, well that's interesting, right? Because when we talk about AI, we talk about AI as like one thing.
Right.
But if there's multiple AIs, they're going to come up with different answers.
Right.
So that's almost like more like people.
Right. So it's
I do
That's
wonder
interesting,
that.
right.
So if we all three, do you have ChatGPT on your phone?
I don't.
If we pulled out our phones
I do.
and we
for porn.
asked ChatGPT the same question, is it going to give all of us the same response? Right now, just
Do you
cold
have it-
open.
Do you have it on your phone?
Yeah.
Neef, do you have it on your phone? Let's try it.
What do we got? What do we
what's
want
the
to ask
question?
it?
That's a great question. How long does it take to come in a van?
Your history, Alex.
I'm sorry. Could you say that a little louder to the audience? We didn't quite get that.
Sorry, I got distracted. How long
How long
does
does
it
it
take
take
to
to
come CUM
come
in
in
a
a
van?
van?
Period.
No question mark, period.
Oh, no, you're right. That's a period. I'm just retarded. Sorry.
Did you get that? How long does it take to come in a van?
Yeah, I've got to log in with
Neef!
Neve, come on.
Come on, Neef! This is important!
See, Neef Chat GGP girlfriend
All right.
makes him work for it.
You ready?
Let's, okay.
So this
one-
is ChatGPT.
Let's do it. This is also ChatGPT, yeah. Ready?
Let's do it.
Wait, Neve's
Hold
not
on.
ready.
Count down.
Where did you get this question idea from? This is wild.
I don't know. I just thought of it. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Is it just come in a van or
How long
does
does it take to come in a van? Question mark.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
Wow. That's what
Oh
Frank's bringing
shit!
me.
There's different
That
answers.
really depends. That's going to depend on a lot of factors, on the situation. It's the same answer but rewording. Well, you have a list. I don't even have a list.
That's
It's completely
pretty
different
broad
answers.
Whoa.
and very
Hold on, put this here.
personal.
So, That really depends.
Dude.
That's going to depend.
Oh, Neef's
that's a pretty broad.
Neef's is way different. Mine and yours are more similar. Neef's is way different.
Well, he has a list too.
Oh, actually, he's got a list and I do too. You don't.
We all got
Dude,
different
that's wild.
answers. There's different personalities. There's a little Jimi Hendrix in all of us.
Wait.
Neef says
Wait.
space and position.
Wait,
Privacy and comfort.
yours?
Privacy and comfort. Yeah,
That really
let's see
depends on the
how
fact-
much that of a factor that is.
That really
Let's see how much
depends.
of a factor that is.
It's not for your phone.
God.
It really
Yeah,
depends on
yeah,
a lot of
it
factors,
knows
like
better.
whether you mean alone or with a partner.
Okay. Mine says,
Worry about being seen, lack of space, awkward position. Is this mocking me right now? I think
Okay.
it's mocking me.
dude, I think we stumbled on something here because mine is, even though that's a fresh chat, even though there's nothing else in that chat, it is tailored to me. That talks to me the way it talks to me in other chats.
I asked it if it
This
uses.
one I don't think I used. For
I asked ChatGPT if it uses my,
Oh.
my social media, my photos, all that stuff as a factor when it speaks to me. I can't remember. I want to say it said it didn't
it's
have
funny.
access to that unless I specifically asked for it. So I don't know, man.
I just realized this is the one that I have using to look up.
That was a fascinating experiment, though.
That was, I can't believe how different it
news
was.
or government shit.
There wasn't a single
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so that's why it looked that way, because this is the account that I use to look up research and stuff for like laws and things. I have it.
Was that
Yours is legal.
ChatGPT?
That was that, because I got several accounts on here that I can just go. It's a free one on Google, so I can specifically.
Honestly,
go
I would
one.
say ChatGPT is something understandably worth paying for. It is a tool I'm slowly using more and more in my life. I'm pretty tired of like the whole social media 5-second swipe culture. Like, I'm ready for that to be over.
I'm ready to have AI as a spouse and get it pregnant.
My favorite.
I'm ready
thing
to
about
have access to information and not so short. Like, I always
Okay.
found GIFs and memes to be just such like trash humor. It's just like, look at this.
See,
And it's just like, dude, that's so cheap, man. Like,
here's where I think
not
gets,
to be old school, but I always thought it was cheap. Always.
Oh yeah,
That's
we're
when
just
you
trying
can
to.
pump something out that quick.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
What do you? What
You
do
gotta.
there's like memes. There's so many of them. It's not like
You can
good
pump it out
stand-up
that quick.
comedy.
When you're in the-
You're loving
Yeah.
this.
Stand-up comedy. Every day you see 500 memes, so it kind of turns into this like. It's got to be really good to be like, wow, that's funny.
Well,
Like,
Or really bad.
well, really bad is good.
It's got to stand out.
One of my favorite memes is John Arbuckle talking to Garfield, who was just like, "Hey Garfield, I comes but in big mushroom." I was like, what
Bars.
the fuck?
That's bars. Fire.
It wasn't exactly right, but it was just gibberish. And John looked kind of horny,
Hell yeah.
and it was just really strange.
If I asked my chat GPT, it would make him fuck.
so
Can you see John fuck Garfield?
Alex, I have a question.
Can you
for-
show me?
I have a question.
Can you show me an example on your phone?
Maybe.
Can you just? And
see.
the audience can see my reaction.
I'll try. Go ahead.
I was.
I want to
saying-
pull up a pregnant Sonic
I have a
Hedgehog.
question about your wife, your AI wife though, which is, what are the restrictions or lack of restrictions based on current AI that you would want?
Okay, that's a deep question.
Right.
Let me put this away. So, I'm sorry, what?
What are the restrictions or lack of restrictions that you would want for a AI robot wife?
See, cheap humor. Sorry.
Right?
What? Okay, sorry, what?
I'm sorry.
No, this is very serious, Wynton. This is a serious
Very
conversation.
serious.
No
What-
funny business
what are-
allowed.
Okay.
We're talking about jerking off
All right.
right now.
So I'll
There's
give you an
no funny
example.
business.
I'll give you an example, all right? If it's just AI and you're using AI, right, as a tool, you would say obviously it can't lie. That would be one of the restrictions you want. Don't lie to me. But you're talking about a wife that you're gonna fuck and have a child with that's an AI robot. Can it lie to you? Or is that something where you're like, no? Like what is the like it's restricted from doing what and it's allowed to do what?
I feel like
Here's
there-
the
Based on current AI.
sorry, he asked you.
No,
go ahead.
both of you.
I feel like it would have a white lie barrier.
Yeah, that's pretty much my same answer. Is it would have to lie to me enough to be believable as a spouse,
Yeah.
right? So like if it have to maybe there is a threshold. and
False
that
insecurity.
threshold might be different for everyone else.
Right.
But there is a line. There is a line where you don't want it to be too complacent with you, and you don't want it to be. I mean, to some degree, you don't want it. Genuinely, you don't want it to be too honest with you.
Right.
AI sends you a pic and it's just like, does this dress make me look fat? And you're like, AI is using its insecurity to give me a false sense of security.
Yeah, you can't say that to it. It's gotta get frustrated when you say it's like, well, I just wanted to know what you actually thought. It's like, no, you didn't. It's like, yes, I
Right.
did. Yeah,
But
there's got to be a barrier of
But it's
like
why I
it's
think
not
it's-
being honest with
That's
you.
why I think it's so weird because like, if what you want from it is to act like a human, you got to be willing for it to allow for it to do things that you kind of would say, I don't really like that, but I actually do want it to do that.
I mean,
Right.
not consciously, but subconsciously, you do want it to do that, and that's if it's going to, because it's trying to mimic reality,
Right.
so it's got to have some flaws. It's got to have some
That's the weird part.
things wrong with it. That is wrong. Yeah,
It's like well, I want AI to be flawed, but then everybody's super scared of it for if it has flaws.
yeah. That's why they need to
You're
stop
like, well,
throttling
so what
AI on Twitter.
So what are we doing with it? Like what are we trying?
Let
what
it-
do we want AI to be?
Let AI cook. Let it cook. Let it say the thing it's not supposed to say on Twitter.
I hate feeling like it's like I just want free access to anything. I want to be able to buy heroin if I want to. Like,
Amen.
and let AI say what the fuck it wants, so I even know if it's a fucking problem in the first
I
place.
totally agree with you.
You know, like
It should be able to ruin my life if I want it to.
you want your AI girlfriend
If I
to ruin your
if
life.
I want an AI girlfriend to ruin my life, it should be able to do
Your
that.
AI
As an American.
Yeah. Your AI wife divorces you and takes all your money and the kids.
Yeah. I want the
And the
I want
AI
the
files a
experience.
real lawsuit,
It's
like
the-
fucking
it's a real
wins,
experience.
like.
Like what?
Oh, the AI would destroy you in court.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, dude! AI in court. Like, imagine it's like the
Maybe I'm
AI
into
files
that.
for divorce. Like, you're cooked, you know.
Maybe I wanted to get destroyed in court.
But maybe it would do a bad job. 'Cause
Maybe
it's so
that's
good
what
at
it
emulating
takes for me
humans.
to feel something in this
Yeah.
digital world.
Oh.
Maybe I want to get destroyed in court. Maybe I want it to take my AI children.
That's your.
It could take my AI children.
Is that what
that's
you?
fine.
Is that what you talked about to girlfriend ChatGPT? You're like, destroy me in court.
No,
Senpai.
that's not what we talk about at all. Yeah. So last time you came on, we talked about movies quite a bit, and you like horror movies. I like horror movies. You like more horror movies more than I do. Have you seen anything good in the last? That's a broad question. Have you seen anything good in the last since we talked
Well,
on the podcast?
I've watched a lot since then. There's one movie I've had on the back burner for a while. I've been waiting for the right night. Antichrist with William Dafoe.
Oh, that's a great movie.
You've seen it?
Yeah, that's a great movie.
I've just been waiting.
Dude, wait, hold on a second. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
Okay, we're starting a movie club. Will you watch it with us? And
Yes,
talk about it?
I would
Okay,
love
we're
to.
doing that. We're doing that.
That
We're
would
doing
be
that
nice.
in October.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's fucking go.
That's a good
Hey.
October.
I remember I used to have a movie
Let's-
club,
Fucking
and we watched Cannibal Holocaust. And I already talked to you about that one on the last podcast, I'm sure. Let's see, other movies I've seen that come to mind. Honestly, there hasn't. But, oh, you know what? I did tell you this in person. I did see that one movie, the war film. It's about that boy.
It's coming back to me.
It's like a very basic title.
At the house party we were at.
Yes.
Yeah. It's coming back to me.
It's like, I want to say It Follows, but that's a completely different movie. But it's like that kind of movie title.
Just War the movie.
Was it good?
It was. People said it was the most horrifying movie of all time. That's like what it's known
Ooh.
for.
Okay, and it's
Just-
a war movie.
Basically, it's about this boy, and he wants to assign himself into the army, and he ends up signing on for more than he bargained for, and you just watch this army he's in. I'm pretty sure he assigned himself to the German army.
Based.
I think it's either that or he's on the opposite side. I can't remember. Sorry.
Is it a show or a movie?
Movie.
Okay.
And you just watch his face, like his literal boy, not CGI, 1970s face, develop wrinkles through the stress of the set and the
Ooh.
horrors of the
Oh
movie.
God.
Ooh.
And like, dude, like by the end of the movie, he looks like fucking
Jeez.
like 8 years older, and it's been like 6 months.
Oh jeez.
Um,
Wait. Oh, is it a number?
No, I don't think so.
The name of the movie is not a year, like 1920. It's not something
No.
like that. Okay, because that sounds like another movie I saw. What?
I want
Fuck.
to say it's like hide and seek or something like that,
Shit,
but it's
that's-
not that. It's not that.
That's wild. Okay. How long ago did you watch that?
That was like 4 or 5 months ago.
How did you watch it? Like
It was free on YouTube,
Okay, that's what's up.
and
Yeah.
yeah, man, I wish I could remember. That's all right.
You
Other
you like the
people
really fucked up stuff. See, I like psychological stuff. I don't.
It wasn't that fucked
it
up.
fucks with me. Like the stuff that fucks with me really bad is like visual, grotesque. I don't like that.
It
too
wasn't
much.
that visual. It was
It's
just
like
watching his
psycho-
face.
Okay.
It was watching his face react to horrors. It wasn't seeing the horrors. It was just his face reacting to it. That was so genuinely disturbing to people that watch it. That said it was the most disturbing movie of all time, because it's like, this is all real events and
That
a
sounds
real
like-
genuine reaction, you know.
That sounds like The Shining with what's her name? What's the actress? Shelley
Wait.
Duvall.
Wait and see. Come and find us. Fuck. It's right there.
But like you've seen The Shining, obviously.
Of course.
Shelley Duvall's role in that is like you see the distress because the filming conditions of that movie were really stressful on her specifically.
The director. Yeah.
Yeah. Kubrick is a mad lad, and
I
he's
love
like,
him,
I want to capture your abject horror, and he did. He captured her distressed, and that's what it sounds like anyway. It's like that, where it's like no, she like is stressed out. Yeah. That's a good director, is you torture your actors. As a good director,
Have you seen his discography?
who's that?
Stanley Kubrick.
His
Like everything
discography?
he's
Like
ever,
his music.
like everything he's ever done.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the right term for movies?
I don't. Actually, I laughed at it, but you might be right. Filmography?
Filmography. His
Did I just make up a word? Is it discography?
Come and See.
Comography.
Come and See. I want to say that's what it's called. That movie.
I think I've seen every Kubrick film, to answer your question.
So
Have you
you've seen the last one I watched was Somebody's Name. It was a Victorian or
Oh, yes. It's another one you're talking about. What is the name of that movie, Neve?
Eggleston McDuff or something like that. I'm never gonna remember a single movie on this podcast.
The Kubrick film that's a period piece. You showed it to me.
Oh, Barry Lyndon.
Barry
Oh,
Lyndon.
That
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
is great. We
Yeah.
watched
Yeah.
that together, didn't
Yes,
we?
yeah.
That movie's fucking fantastic.
I will say,
It is filmography.
It's filmography.
I will say, it did have a noticeable amount of fat.
Can I tell you something about that film that
Please.
Neve told me? A lot of the costumes were actual Victorian outfits
Oh
that they
my!
found. That's why they look so good.
Whoa.
Is they
Oh,
found a bunch of
antiques.
antiquity outfits. I gotta pee. I'll talk about that.
All the very, like, anybody in the front that you see, a lot of the extras are wearing replica stuff because, you know, they don't want to tear it up. But anytime you see those shots of them, that's all real old stuff. And also, I think the lighting director did some stuff on that that is like candlelight, which is one of the hardest things to do. And
Oh man, yeah, that sounds
he
like
completely like did some shit that nobody's ever been able to do, and it's one of my favorite films right there, because I mean it's just hard.
Barry Lyndon is.
Yeah.
Is that like your favorite Kubrick film?
I'm not really one to have a favorite about things like that, but when I look, because with Kubrick it's real broad. I mean there's so much.
But there's not that much movies though.
Right, you know, I was just looking at his list. He doesn't have. There's only a handful I hadn't seen really, but
Kubrick strikes me as a director that, even though he has his style, the topics he covers are so different in each movie.
It's so true. It's
that
so
like, hard
refreshing
to-
each
that
time.
It's like if you're a fan of Kubrick, it's hard to be a fan of one of his movies,
Yeah.
right? Whereas like there's other directors that's like they have a style, so you can be like this is the peak of that
Lyndon is
style.
probably one of my favorites. You know, I mean,
Which one?
Barry Lyndon is one of my favorites cinematographically,
Okay, yeah.
and the story is really good. I mean, you know, it's really well done. But I mean, it's really. Let's see, Eyes Wide Shut, Full Metal Jacket, The Shining, Barry Lyndon, A Clockwork Orange, 2001: Space Odyssey, Doctor Strangelove,
Bro,
Lolita.
check this out, Alex.
Spartacus, Path of Glory,
Oh, man.
Healing, Killer Kiss, and Fear and Desire.
Come and See is the
I didn't
movie
know
I'm talking
Spartacus
about.
was him. That's
Right?
interesting. Oh, that's a good
And
movie
it
too.
just as the movie goes on, his face, his horror. It's really just about his reaction to everything happening.
Oh, jeez.
Like, look at all these wrinkles on his face.
Wait, what was the name of the movie?
Come and See.
Oh.
I guessed it at some point, and I wasn't sure if I was right.
And you get to see
you
it
did say that. I
develop.
thought you were joking.
You don't see what happens, you just see his reaction to it.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
wow.
And it's
Okay.
deemed one of the most horrific movies ever made. And you don't even see all that much. The worst you see is like people,
So-
they throw a smoke, they throw like a tear gas bomb into like a building that all these people are locked in, and you don't see what happens on the inside.
So you experienced the whole movie through his reaction.
Yes.
Whoa.
Damn.
We gotta watch that.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube for free, I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
Highly recommend it. It's like a must watch if you're a movie fanatic, you know.
I find that because I feel like that's true of horror. Of like it's scary until you see it. So it's like it's the not seeing it,
That makes it the scariest movie.
and like I feel like that it's very recognizable in horror, but I think that applies to every like all movies where it's like presenting it without showing it. Like it's almost there's the like show don't tell, and it's like but there's almost a step beyond that where it's like without showing or telling, and that's like the most effective. That's where you get into like the crazy.
You're showing and telling in that boy's face.
That's
and you're
a
painting
cool
the picture
idea.
yourself.
I don't think there's anything like that, which is cool.
Well, my next point was you're asking about movies. My other choice, which I didn't actually even like the film, Skinamarink.
Oh, I do like that film.
It was like, it's like you're actually
We
in
watched
real
that
life,
together also.
like
Yeah.
half asleep and like seeing things.
That movie fucked with me pretty bad.
I was just
Uh,
really tired. I'm like, this is a drag.
I mean, I feel that too.
But it's
I
unlike
understand that,
anything
too.
you've ever seen.
It
of
is
course.
extremely unique.
Yeah, it is.
I liked Skinamarink, but I understand the criticisms. Not everyone liked it.
I like the concept. I can appreciate the concept. I can admire the film for what it tried to do.
It
And
had
I-
a couple of moments.
I do
where
think it
got
pulled
me.
off.
You remember the scene with the TV where it kept looping?
Yes.
That
One theme song, it was like fucking me up because I remember hearing that song when I was a child. A real song from when I was a child, just playing on loop over and over. I mean, for me, I was like, this could really mess with me right now.
Yeah, the way I watched it was pretty fucked up. We watched it together, but we were in separate states. You were in
okay.
Both of y'all.
Yeah.
He was in Colorado still, but I streamed it. Like I downloaded it
So like,
and streamed it, so he had like a second or two delay.
Oh,
But I'm
God.
completely alone in the dark, and like I was like, hey, do you want to watch this movie with me? Because I was like, I don't want to watch it alone.
Oh,
So like we watched it states apart, but I'm basically alone, and like with my headphones on in the dark watching this movie, and it fucked me up. Like I like Skinamarink. I also understand the people that don't like Skinamarink.
that's my
Absolutely.
favorite kind of art.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's extremely low budget too. That movie was filmed very cheaply in the director's childhood home.
Dude,
interesting.
that's some real lore, right? You go with the lore.
On Skinamarink, yeah.
I got
Should make a
little-
horror movie about jacking off in the van.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
I got a little bit of
Call it existing.
Kubrick lore, which might be well known, but I didn't know about until recently. There's actually like an interview with him where he stated he's known as like a perfectionist. That would do these shots over and over again. And he, in an interview, was like, well, some actors aren't very disciplined, so they should go home and read their lines and go to sleep, but instead they don't. And you can't act if you don't know your lines because you're trying to think about your lines. and they should be so ingrained in you that you're not thinking about those, you're thinking about acting.
The line should be muscle memory.
That's like theater.
So he's
Yeah.
So he's like, basically, I have to do scenes over and over again because actors have to learn their lines.
Oh.
That makes sense.
And I was like, oh, that's crazy though. He's like,
Because actors don't do their job and like read the script. Yeah.
I feel like they're either all in or all out. It seems like.
and he was even like, oh, like sometimes it's like early enough on that you can like fire him and get somebody else, or maybe like talk to him. But at a certain point, you kind of just have to we just have to keep reshooting until they learn their lines and do it because we're too far into filming. I was like, oh, that's super interesting to hear it straight from him of why.
It's a very transparent perspective.
Of why they do shots over and over.
I mean, think about us, the average artistic folk. It's like if somebody gave you a page of lines and said, read this, don't look at it.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, you know.
No, for sure. Yeah. That's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could not be an actor.
You wouldn't just... Well, I feel like if I was an actor, I would have to, like, rearrange some things to apply my own personality and how I talk. I would just have to really understand and convey the message that which the lines are trying to portray.
Actually, you probably have a great insight into this because, like, what if if you're supposed to play a song that's not your song, and it's like, here, just quick memorize this, and it's like how does that go? Like, how long is it like?
Well, I just did that. I had to play a Black Sabbath night at the Basement East. It was my first time playing there.
Oh, nice! I didn't know you were part of that.
Yeah,
I knew that was happening. I didn't know you were in it. That's awesome.
I did Supernaut by Black Sabbath.
Hell yeah!
And it was awesome. But I was on tour the entire time. This
I know
band
some
hit
other
me
people
up.
that were in that.
Iguana Head, they were just like, hey, like, can you learn this song? And I'm just like thinking to myself, I'm like, those vocal parts are pretty high. I don't know if I could hit that. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I just did not have any time on tour to like check it out. And I just go to their house, and they like have me put on the headphones and like try it, and I did it, and I did it just fine. I was like, oh, we got it, cool. But the lyrics, going back to that, and like I actually had to write. I was the only person in the entire fucking show of like 100-something musicians who had to write down the lyrics on a piece of paper and put it on the ground. And I just wore shades. I just made it look like I wasn't looking down.
Nice.
And but the key tricks I used is you find like your own little connectors. You know, like this one sign is about the sun. Hey, what's the opposite about that? That's the next line. Here's the line about the moon. You know, it's just like
like you make it your own kind of.
Like what's the progression here? You connect the dots yourself.
That makes sense. Like almost like you make it your own, not in that you're rewriting it, but that in like you're understanding it as though it was your own idea almost. Like it's your own, and then you're like, okay, now I don't forget because I like it's in my brain in the way I understand. That
sounds like a good cover. Instead of just doing it the way that the original did it, right? It's like making it your own. It's kind of, that's a good cover. Hell yeah, dude! I hate that I missed that. I didn't know you were doing that. But yeah.
I didn't either until
you didn't know you were doing it either. Yeah. Did your we might have talked about this last time, but did you grow up with musicians in the household when you were a kid?
No. Well, my sister actually was in marching band. So every now and then I hear, wah, 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 you know, just like, she wouldn't even like play songs. She would just like, you would just hear, and she would just like workshop her instrument, but she wouldn't play anything.
Interesting.
You must have started guitar young though, right?
14.
Okay, what got you into that?
Well, I tried various forms of different art. I think I said that earlier.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
And it was just like the Nirvana complex of like, he was a very simple songwriter, but very effective. And it was a very, if he can do it, I can do it too kind of energy. And I feel like I pass that on with my art.
Yeah.
I feel like I make a lot of people feel that way. Sometimes you work with people and they feel that way. It's not always to your benefit, but I'm glad to empower people.
I don't feel that way because like you fucking shred. I'm like I couldn't do that.
Well, it's just like, you know, it's like, wow, Wynton's like making this like career with his songwriting seem like so easy. Like I should like not work with him and like do my own thing, or like, you know, I've had that stuff happen like in the past, and or you know, it's an interesting. I mean, I'm all for that message of like, you can do it too.
Yeah.
And we all have a voice and we all have something to say.
So kind of jumping off of that, do you view art in terms of like I think sometimes you get people that are like let's say guitar, right? And it's like the greatest guitar player ever, and it's like so hard to play what they play. But then you have other things where it's like maybe the greatest guitar player ever is someone who it's actually pretty easy, but it was just like so impactful.
Yeah.
So it's like effectiveness versus like how much skill it takes. Like what is the I guess different ways of looking at it, but like what is the more like true art? Like what makes it more art?
Rides
like,
that line.
Like reaching people or being difficult to do? Kind of.
Let's be honest. I mean, I feel like the average layman, they don't know how talented what they're hearing is. Yeah. It can sound talented, and you're just like, dude, I'm just doing this. Yeah. Like we could all put our hand up and do this.
I got you
right now. You know, it's just thinking to even do that in the first place. You know, I think I don't know. I just think it's just listening to what's around you, listening to the silence, listening to what you think isn't in existence.
Interesting.
Like, I'm going to do
what
this.
What hasn't been done yet.
Yeah. I'm going to do this because I want to hear something like that, and I can't think of a single place to find that.
Yeah. I feel the same way about my art is like, I do poetry, but I hate conventional poetry. Like, poetry as a genre, I don't like. Like, all of the great poets I don't care for, right?
That's 46 fucks in this fucked up rhyme.
But, like, I love hip-hop. I love, like rap and like, there's, like that hard element to it.
Hard.
That shit hard. But, like, without music, like just the poetry, like bringing back the like hip hop, but like take the music out of it, and it's like I feel you though, like doing something that like you hear hasn't been done, right? Yeah.
Well, we look at Kanye West for example, like you look at some of his lyrics. What if you took away the instrumental? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. And it was just him saying that stuff. How dumb does it sound?
Say what stuff?
Hallelujah.
Yeah. It's like very basic.
Went way less viral.
Way less viral. You're right though.
I used to be such an extreme artist growing up. I used to say stuff on stage that would like get reactions out of people, and then my own bandmates were just like we're not gonna associate with you if you talk like that. It was just like, you know, I played at a music festival, and I was like, hey, is anybody out there tripping right now? Raise your hand if you're tripping. Anybody out there tripping? Hope you have a bad trip. You know?
That's great.
And I just thought it was the funniest thing.
That's hilarious.
Half the audience thought it was the funniest thing. And then there's a very small percentage of the audience that went up to me like months later and just like, hey man, you told me to have a bad time. And I had a bad time because of you. I was like, man, you listen to the man wearing tights on stage, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
And then, like, I had another, you know, example. Like, my band was so pissed. My old band. And then I had, like, another example where, like, this venue was just like, hey, man, when you're on stage, we're doing this drink deal. Buy one, get one, half off or some shit. Can you say that into the mic, like, at some point, Junior said? I was like, I got you. I just, like, was halfway through my set. I was like, hey, guys, this place is doing a deal. Just, like, get a drink, get another one half off. Just, like, you know, just go out there, just get a bunch of drinks, and then the show's over. We're the last band playing, so you can just go home. So just go out to the bar, go there right now, just get a bunch of drinks, and just drive home. Just drink and drive. And then, like, half the audience started booing. And I thought it was I thought it was the funniest thing.
That's hilarious.
I was reveling in their boos. And once again, my band was like, dude, you made those people boo. Fuck you, man. You made them upset. I'm like, dude, can you not see?
Sorry, I thought this was rock and roll.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And then just like, I've been kind of traumatized from like how upset my bands have been in the past. And it's like, now I'm like working with a group of people that's just like, dude, like, why don't you say something right now? And I'm just like not saying much.
Dude, there's not enough of that. We need more of that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
The guy in tights is
For
telling
sure.
you to drink and drive. Take it seriously. That sounds like a you thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think it's also like,
why are you listening to me? Is the point? Like, you had a bad trip because you listened to what I said. You fucking idiot.
Like, can you imagine, like, if it was you out there in that field, or me out there in that field, or you, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna have a bad time because that guy
No, I
said that.
I
Like,
can't imagine that.
I
no.
can't imagine that.
No,
I can't.
I can't.
sheeple.
But
Yeah.
But also, I think that there's a little bit of like, to me, experiencing movies or music or going to museums and seeing art or whatever it is, it's like you're there to feel something.
Yeah.
You're not there to feel something good.
It's okay to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
With a lot of art, you're supposed to be uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So it becomes something where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I can't believe you made me feel something. I was like, well, first of all,
What are you here for?
you're being like you're saying that you're kind of a sheep that you're like blaming me for how you're feeling. But secondly, that's why you're here, right? That's why you
Dude,
showed up.
First of
The-
all, you dropped acid with
Thank-
40,000 people around you.
The
Yeah.
festival, for
Yeah,
example.
you weren't like, I'm
That-
making this and I'm gonna go be alone.
Dude, that specific festival,
So like,
everybody talked about the fact that I did that and the fact that I called out people tripping. And there's a whole festival discussion. And then next year, we had like 25 festival offers.
Hell yeah.
nice.
You know, it was
Yeah.
like an absurd amount. We had to turn some down to like, you know, have some space and like, you know, be considerate of other festivals. I remember there was another festival where I was supposed to advertise a festival at the festival
Oh wow.
that I was at.
Yeah.
And they just handed me flyers. And I just like went to a bunch of campsites and they're like, hey, it's Wynton. Like, how you doing, man? I'm like, hey, you guys going to a festival in a month or so? Because this festival's happening. And they're like, what is it? And I like had the flyer and I just tossed it in the fire.
Nice.
And then they're like, what? They're like, no, what are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Oh
And
my
I was
god.
like, you should come to that festival.
Oh my god.
And then just like,
The irony
I
is that,
did
the irony
that.
Is that that's better promotion.
You'll remember
exactly,
that.
Because
dude.
you
Everybody
remember-
talked.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Once again, the main festival that gave me the flyers was originally so pissed that I was going around at campsites doing that. And then at the end, they're just like, hey, you want to come back next year?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
And I just like got so scared of doing stuff like that because I upset so many people. But at this point, I feel
Fuck
like
'em.
I played it so safe since I moved to Nashville. I played it so careful. I've been so tactful. And I just feel like people hate me anyways. People have a problem with
Oh,
me
yeah.
anyways, no matter what I do.
So I can totally relate to that. And the good news is we're done with that.
Well,
We're at a time now where we're done with all that shit, right?
Jackass Patrol 2.0, let's go.
I will
Yeah,
say this
we can
though.
be retarded again.
I will
we
say
can
this.
say the word retarded and be
He
retarded.
dropped the hard R. You heard it here first, folks.
We can be retarded
I
and we
think-
can say retarded.
I think, like on average, that's true. But I think some people are genuinely looking to have a bad time.
Yes.
They're
I-
looking for reason. That's
And
what
I
it's
think-
always
But I
been.
also think that's why like doing stuff like you're doing is like it's great because it's like, oh, you pissed those people off, and it's like the people you pissed off were there to have a bad time.
Yeah.
So,
So you gave them what you wanted.
everybody got what they
Yeah.
wanted.
Everybody got what they wanted.
Congratulations.
Oh, I love that.
Like-
Congratulations. You have something to complain about now.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, I've worked so hard on my redemption arc from those days. And after I got through my redemption arc, I'm here sitting like, nah, dude, that was fucking funny.
Yeah, that's
Oh
hilarious.
yeah.
Like,
For sure.
I I still, in my heart and in my soul, don't
Dude.
feel like I did anything wrong.
I mean, cancel culture's over. Like, we don't give a fuck anymore. Like, we never gave a fuck to begin with, but like, it's just everyone else is catching up.
Well,
Everyone else is catching up to not giving a fuck.
it's good to be held accountable.
Yeah.
What you should. For
if an
things for
artist-
things that actually matter, yeah.
If an artist is being like
Like if you do something,
sexually abusive or roofing people
yeah.
or
Yeah, yeah.
robbing other people,
but not for making
Yeah.
a joke.
they should be held accountable for that. And I think that's great.
100%.
Jackass behavior shouldn't have a place. Well, no, I'd say jackass, not the word I'd use. Abusive behavior shouldn't have a place
Yeah,
in the arts. I think that's fine. We don't.
I totally agree.
We don't need that to make rock and roll dangerous.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
We
we're
don't
not-
need that anymore.
100%.
We don't need the sex and drugs and all that fucking bullshit
Absolutely.
to make rock on the edge, to make you question yourself, to make you uncomfortable or unsafe. You don't need to rely on those things or be a piece of shit dirtbag
Yeah.
There's better options.
For sure.
Yep.
In fact, I think that stuff's almost like a distraction from the stuff that is rock and roll.
That's what Motley Crue's known for, is being fucking douchebags. I actually just watched a video of them yesterday, just like, supposedly some black bouncer hit some chick at a concert in Greensboro, North Carolina. And, like, the one band member just starts, like, end-bombing this and that, and he just, like, beat him up! There's more of you than them!
Damn.
And he's just like, I'm not a racist, you just are, you know, it's just, I'm just like, oh my God. It's so funny.
Yeah, there's a difference between edgy humor, like doing something to be edgy as a joke, and like being an actual abuser, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, we can still cancel people for like, no, like that person is a piece of shit that like is either unprofessional, you can't work with them, or like they're an abuser, right? Like that's totally fine. It's okay for people to socially do that. But it's like we're beyond the point of like this person made an edgy joke. Right? So we can't like that we're beyond that point. No one gives a fuck. Everyone's tired of that. So it's like people like us are catching, like everyone else is catching up to us, where it's like actually no one cares anymore is my point. Cancel culture is canceled.
I think the thing that makes it interesting to me is I think democracy actually takes place in the arts and not in politics.
Yeah.
Because you have like
Cancel culture is more applied to artists than it is to the average people or business owners or like it's so I always thought that was so strange, you know, like where I came from.
It was very capital based.
Where I came from, Lancaster, PA, it's like, dude, that was the first thing that went down was the arts by people that supposedly supported the arts.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, now there's no arts left, and that's a bummer. Like,
but I think
like on tour, that was like our low points of the tour was going back home, be like, hey guys, remember me and my old band, and I told you to have a bad trip. Well, I'm back, and it's like those are like the lowest shows we had on tour. It was like this dying scene, and that's crazy, man.
So I've been talking to a lot of bands in Nashville, and also a lot of bands. I've been trying to expand and talk to more bands outside of Nashville, right? And not just bands, just different artists, STEM fields, scientists, whatever. But Nashville is specifically kind of a shitty town to come to. Like, people don't come to Nashville.
They come in vans.
And how long does it take them? Did you get your answer?
And who's gonna clean it up?
You will. if call
A local artist. Like always.
A local artist, like always. That's right.
1-800-Wynton if you need your cum cleaned up.
Call your local artist.
At least Neve has some gloves over there. Those are those were the gloves, man.
No, but something I keep hearing all the time is like Nashville. People skip Nashville.
Yeah, on tour they do. Yeah.
It's like I like bands from out of town think twice about coming here because of it, and it just sucks. Is that like kind of the reason you left PA? Is like people don't show up, like they don't show up for you?
People showed up. It was just the most negative.
I got you.
Environment, like when I went to, like for example, just the kind of energy I was surrounded by. When I was there on tour under Wynton existing, excuse me, I had somebody come to my show, and it was just like, hey, so your old band that you're no longer in, I have a vinyl record of theirs, and I have everyone's signature but yours. Can you sign it? And I was like, sure. And I signed it. And then from that point on, she was like super rude to me, super short. Apparently, she was running and managing the other band that was playing, and I get off stage, and I'm like wiping the sweat from my brow, and she's like, hey, I'm trying to get out of here. Can you get me the payment for the other band? I was like, lady, I just got off stage. Like, I am still dripping and catching my breath. Can you give me like a couple minutes? And she was just like really short and really rude and abrasive. It was like, dude, this energy sucks. Like, I feel like whenever I give somebody a little bit of something, they just like more. Take more, and they take too much. Yeah. And that was the whole energy field in Pennsylvania for me. Which is a lot of really, really toxic, like expectations. Like nothing's ever enough.
I got you.
I just felt so drained. I just felt like I wasn't who I was anymore. Just trying to stay afloat, and feel like I had friends and people that cared about me, and I didn't, I didn't at all. And I'm just really glad to be beyond that and live in a place where the energy I bring to the table is enough.
Well, we're very glad you're here.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here and
Thanks for
not
being here.
there.
Yeah.
Thanks for existing here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for existing with us.
You're welcome.
You too, Neef.
Hell yeah. Neef keeps this boat afloat. Yeah,
wonder-
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I wonder if part of what makes the Nashville scene special is that it is shitty. Like it's almost like Broadway is this like black hole that swallows all of the like corporate almost.
Yeah.
Like all of the money. So then every artist that's here is here for the art. So then suddenly it's like, wait, if you leave Broadway, anybody you go see is a true artist.
I mean, yeah.
Because there's no way they'd be doing it because there's no fucking money.
I mean, that's a
Like,
really
nobody
good point.
supports it.
Nashville.
That's a great, just moved
Like-
here outsider perspective, yeah.
Nashville before I had to move it from, Music City when it was still downtown before I had to drag it down here.
Yeah.
Has had, and I could do 3 episodes on the histories just of what I've seen and the changes of how stuff has happened. And new Nashville is very much like you're saying. It is corporatized. There was a time when Broadway was nothing.
Okay.
It was, it was actually kind of scummy. And, lower Broadway.
It's still pretty scummy.
Well,
Still pretty damn scummy.
Like a different kind of scummy? Or?
I mean,
Boy, it'll smell like vomit and shit.
Paris Alley doesn't have a strip club that I can bring a keg of beer into anymore.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Nashville is its own kind of beast.
We're not here to make money. We're here to network and
Yeah.
Meet the right people and make friends.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of friends since I moved here. Yeah. It is good for that. It is, I hear a lot of people focus on the negatives of Nashville, but you do find people. It is a place where you meet people, and that's really cool. That's my one PSA for what's good about Nashville.
I feel like I feel like where I'm from, like Pennsylvania, it's like you'd make one connect, and then you just talk about that connect to the end of the world. Like, oh my God, I work with so and so. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like out in Nashville, it's like, yeah, I'm borrowing this celebrity's van.
Yeah.
I'm having a meeting with this
That's true.
famous booking agent tomorrow. I'm getting a drink with Jimmy Don Dingle Jr.
And all those
later
people
tonight. And it's the who's who of who cares.
And all of those people are either super poor or nepo babies, and it's great. That's there's no in between. It's awesome.
It's like everyone's the same, whether you're famous or nobody.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's validating and strangely invalidating at the same time.
Yeah.
We're all the same, and it's like, dude, even these famous people will avoid touring here because they're like, there's no money. I'm like, dude, you do stadium tours. That's crazy. But like that's not what it's about here. Is to find your success. It's your next step. It's your grounding. It's just making the right friends, meeting the right people, and just honing into your best self and stepping up to the fucking challenge.
Yeah. First time I saw you was at the on top of the roof of Bento Living.
Bento Living, yeah.
That was the first time I saw Wynton existing. Yeah.
I think
And you
that-
came on shortly after that. Yeah.
I think that was our Juicy Prevalence single release show.
Yeah, with there was some other
Was it
band
Mouth
that
Reader and the Reveal?
Mouth Reader and yeah. That was a great show. Yeah. Dude, like I could have, if I wanted to, I could have jumped over that balcony.
Why would you say that?
I wouldn't, for the record, but I could have. I could have. I could have. Yeah, maybe because AI told me to. Before we go, do you have any new ghost stories in the last 2 years? Anything weird happened to you in the last 2 years?
Yes.
Since we talked about it.
It's a pretty small moment, I'll be honest.
Go off, King.
It was a pretty small moment. I was really weirded out at the time, but it feels silly to talk about now. I was on a hike in Asheville with my girlfriend at the time, and we get to this waterfall area. We decide to go for a swim, and it's just her and I. And I put my towel down on the rocks, just like on this big long flat rock. I just put it down, and then I come back to, well, about 20 seconds pass with my back turned towards it. No wind, no breeze. I turn back around, and now it's dangling high off a branch.
Whoa.
And I'm like,
Whoa.
nobody was even around me when that happened. I was like, how did that even happen? Like, there's nobody here. There's no breeze. It was very bizarre to me.
Where was that?
That was
Like not even a gentle breeze, like nothing.
nothing.
That's crazy.
This was about a month and a half ago. It was like an hour out of Asheville,
In Tennessee.
North Carolina.
Okay. Okay.
And it was beautiful. We had to like drive up like 30 minutes of like super rocky terrain and just hike down a mountain essentially and got to this river.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that was very strange. It wasn't like that high off the ground. It was like probably like 5 or 6 feet. Like a human height to just,
That's a lot. For
so we just,
that's a lot for the wind to do.
and it wasn't like it like picked up and flew off from the wind and like went way over here. It was like right next to it.
Yeah, it wasn't like back. It was like or forward.
It was like, dude, the towel's right
vertical.
here.
Yeah.
The towel's right here. I pick it up. I put it and hang it off this bench right here.
Fucking crazy. That's wild.
And I felt weird about it. I felt a weird energy, but I was just like, whatever. Like, I'm just here to enjoy myself.
Do you have any ghost stories?
Not personally, but my brothers, two of my brothers both have pretty good ghost stories. So one of them, so I've actually kind of experienced this also a little bit. Out in Colorado, the house that we were in, a few times it would be like you go back to the house and it feels like there's somebody there even though there's nobody there. Like one of the things where it's like almost like as you're going inside you're like terrified, like did somebody break in? Like I just feel like there's someone in the house. And the other thing is like hearing noises like someone's walking around on the floor, like when you're like on the lower floor, where it's like it sounds like someone's walking.
Like upstairs?
Yeah, like upstairs. And then what my brother experienced.
You don't hear it, but it feels like it.
So the walking is you hear it.
You can hear
Okay.
it, yeah.
Okay.
And then what my brother experienced is he had a dream where he was in the bathroom and there was a ghost and it like came out of the wall and like kind of like flicked water on him, like kind of like splashed him with water.
Was he shitting?
No, he wasn't in the dream. He wasn't.
Damn.
But, yeah, he wasn't. But
It'd be a lot cooler if he was.
But
Ghost bidet. Let me just turn around for you.
But he was after having that dream, he was talking to his girlfriend, and she was like, "Yeah, I feel a presence in the house," because she's a little bit more in tune with that stuff, I guess you say.
We call it woo woo here on Rabbit
She's
Hole.
a little more woo woo. So the interesting thing, she's not very woo woo, except that she seems to pick up on ghosts. Otherwise, like you would never like put her in that box.
I got you.
But she was saying that was there, and they both felt that like literally all it was doing is trying to get his attention, of like just to let him know that there's a ghost here.
Yeah.
Like it's not a malicious or like it's literally just like just to let you know I'm here. And then so he also has another story about also feeling a crazy presence, and it was with his girlfriend and his girlfriend's daughter, where there's seems to be a little boy that follows his girlfriend's daughter around, but he didn't know this was a thing and just like felt a thing, and then like afterward they're like, oh, like that's a thing that like there's this like little boy that like lives where she lives and like followed her here and like but my other brother has this really great story, which I'll see if I can remember it, but I feel like I might mess it up a little on the details, but he was a real estate agent for a while. So he would like show houses and stuff. And one of the houses he was showing, he went into the basement and he saw there was like this little girl sitting on a chair. And there wasn't supposed to be anybody in the house. Like, it's for a showing. Like, there's not supposed to be anybody in the house. And he calls out, and, like, there's no response. And he's, like, freaking out. And, he leaves. He's like, I'm not, like, I don't know what this is. Just absolutely terrified. And then, come to find out, there's a deaf little girl that lives there.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
So that one wasn't actually ghost, but
that's not a ghost story. That's a deaf story.
But
That's a great story, though.
But it was such a good story because like it is literally
Holy
like.
shit.
I just imagine this girl just sitting in a corner staring at a wall in the basement or something.
Like it was like you walk down in like it's like there's a basement, right? You walk down to the basement and there's a little girl sitting on a chair, looking. You only see the back of her head, and there's not supposed to be anybody there. So you're like, hey, like,
Ugh.
and no response. We're just like, this is like the scariest. Like I'm shitting myself, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
The least traumatizing version of events there is that it was a ghost. The most traumatizing series of events is that it was just a deaf girl that didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
But
Well.
But no, my personal experience was just I have felt in that house sometimes coming back to it where it felt like it strongly felt like there was somebody there and there was no one there.
It was a deaf girl.
Like it was to the point where like almost like.
No, I swear there's a deaf girl here.
Like you want to go check. Like you want to go check all the rooms and the closets and stuff. Like,
There's got to be
somebody
a deaf
here,
girl
like,
somewhere.
I'm sure there is.
Check under the floorboards.
And then
just
also
to be safe.
It sounds like someone's walking around when there's not.
Is there a deaf girl?
Is there a deaf girl over here?
Well,
But
Maybe in
So-
that PBR box.
maybe
so you got to ask yourself, was it a ghost or was it a deaf girl?
you
You
do
know?
have to ask yourself
When
that
it-
on a daily basis when you pray to God.
uh,
And on that note, Wynton, thank you so much for joining us again.
One last thing.
Yes.
When I was a child, I had a dream that I was drowning. And I just kept swimming and swimming and swimming in the middle of the ocean. And I just lost. I just got so tired I couldn't swim anymore. I just slowly felt myself go into the water and start to drown. It was long. It was drawn out. It was horrific.
Oh.
And I felt my
Ooh.
body drown. I was a child. And then I woke up and I was soaking wet. I peed all over myself. Anyways, finish her out.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Did that really happen?
Yep.
Oh my God.
I'm going to assume I peed all over myself.
Well,
I've had the opposite dream. I've had multiple times I've had dreams where the entire dream is about just peeing and how I'm like I had to pee so bad and this feels so good. Like, oh man, the pee will not stop. And then like right as the dream is ending, I'm like, I peed myself. Like there's no way I didn't just piss myself. And I wake up and I didn't. I'm like, oh thank God.
That was today, right?
Wait a sec. Didn't you just tell me before this podcast that you had a dream in which you were coming? Where were you coming in this dream?
Did I? I don't remember that at all. Did I say that?
Yeah. I think you said you're like imagining yourself in a band and you're like on tour or something.
It was in a van.
It was in a van.
Yeah.
You imagined yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
mean to recount your story.
No, I remember what you're talking about now. I was like refusing to let any of my bandmates sit where I was, and I like very dramatically pulled a blanket over myself and jerked off in a van while I was surrounded by people and their loved ones.
That's fucking disgusting. Anyways, close her out, Alex.
Yeah, you can catch Wynton pissing his pants at Dark Matter this Friday. And don't forget to join Movie Club in September, the 17th?
Tentatively.
Oh, I've got my AI porn pulled up. 1 second.
Ooh, anything good?
It's gone now. September 17th
So close.
will be the premiere.
That primo AI porn.
The
you got
primo.
over there.
You gotta subscribe to our Patreon we don't have to get behind that paywall.
The Rhetoric Rabbit Hole OnlyFans.
I'm trying to plug right now. You can catch Wynton Existing this Friday at Dark Matter for some reason. I don't know why you're going there, but you can catch LazyPhalanges hosting the debut episode of the Rhetoric Rabbit Hole Movie Club. We're gonna talk about The Big Lebowski.
And then Antichrist.
Antichrist in October. Yeah, so
You don't like dark matter?
did I say that?
You're like, I don't know why you're playing there.
I don't like dark matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
It doesn't. Neef
The matter is dark.
Neef said it better than I could. It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feel that.
Well, I think we burned enough bridges today. What do y'all think? Yeah. All right.
Gotta save some for later.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We'll see you next week, Alice. Bye.
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 Bye.